next speaker is Gloria Davis.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Gloria Davis, and I live at 1812 Native Avenue in the medical community in the city of Rocky Mount, Edgecombe County. I am with the School Diversion Community Redistricting Working Group, and we as a group feel that option is the best choice for representing communities of interest in Edgecombe County for the school board districts, and we ask the board to vote for option C. And we want to thank you for hosting these public meetings and for posting the redistricting maps from local locations included on the board's redistricting website. The districts in option C are easy to describe for the community due to the number of mostly whole precincts. Whole precincts and mostly whole precincts make it easier for voting and running for office. Districts are also easy to describe when they have the state and federal boundaries. As I stated, I'm in the Meadowbrook area, and the map option C in District 5 keeps most of precincts well run together, the largest precinct in Edgecombe County, all of Meadowbrook and Edgecombe. Also, we want to consider all the other things that may come about as we do these maps and to think about the whole situation. I was present when we merged the schools. Now, of course, we're demerging the schools, start them around. And we are answering for option C now. Thank you all so very much.
Next, David Batts.
I'd like to say good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to the board, superintendent, and the board chair. My name is David Batts. I live at 1827 Kingsborough Road, Rocky Mount, in the Kingsborough community in Precinct 11-1. I'm also with the Community Redistricting Working Group and Historical Opinion Society. I graduated from West Edgecombe High School, and I'm a veteran. My children and my grandchildren graduated from Southwest Edgecombe. I have a young grandson who's being a freshman at Southwest this year. We believe that option C is the best choice for respecting communities interested in Edgecombe County for the school board district. I ask the board to vote for option C. We thank the board for considering this matter. Option C is drawn with the urban civic purpose of respecting communities of interest and identifying community members that live in these areas. It is very important that the board respect this input from the community and select map option C. For the school system to be successful for the whole county, all the county will need to be at the table where decisions are being made. These school board districts will determine what power, representation, have at that table. Map option C provides the most fair and effective district to represent our communities. Map option C, precinct number 1 together with time, health, and livelihood. I ask all of you to please vote for the best for our community and our parents and our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Sierra Robinson.
I'm Sierra Robinson. I live at 32 First Hill Lane from Spencer Harbor, really from the outside of Cleveland. I do have 2 kids that attend Edgecombe County Public Schools. One attends Harbor and one attends South Edgecombe. I believe that Map D2 offers the best opportunity for equity and fair representation for the entire county. It has been stated that Map D keeps communities together, but that is not the case for the entire county. There are areas around West Edgecombe that are split. District 5 also reaches from Tarver to Rackingham. This undermines the goal of unified community representation. A truly representative board that should reflect the diversity of our county and not just solely geographically based. All children, parents, and teachers of Edgecombe County deserve fair representation. Map D2 moves us closer to that ideal by ensuring fair, more inclusive representation. Thank you.
Kimberly Lyon.
City Board members, Superintendent and guests, I'm Kimberly Lyons, 122 Whitaker Road. I am the chair of Research from Precinct 12-3, the Bullock Community, and I'm also a supporter of the Community Redistricting Working Group. I was educated in Edgecombe County. I went to West Edgecombe, and I also am greatly honored to be back in the country where I graduated, Southwest. Option C has been identified as the best choice for community input in this board or from across the county. Here's another identifier. With map option C, my neighborhood would be in District 5. It encompasses from Precinct 12-1 in Rocky Mount to the northern part of Tarver and keeps the heart of Precinct 12-3 together. District 5 has a northern boundary that is East Raleigh Boulevard and 64 bypass, shipping past 64 business to North Main Street in Tarboro. The south boundary going to Tarboro is Edgecombe Road to Western Boulevard to Western Northern Boulevard. So the southern boundary coming out of Rocky Mount follows existing lines to District 5 from Noble Mills Pond Road to Edgecombe Road. In fact, District 5 is the only district that encompasses and connects the annexed communities to the town of Tarboro. In contrast with map option B2, my neighborhood will be in District 3. District 3 in map option B2 has the over-concentration of over 82% black voters and comes out of Rocky Mount encompassing no whole precincts and family snakes out into the county like a salamander with only a few of the current incumbents constituents in the new district and does not resemble any county commissioner districts. Board members, please respect our communities of interest and select map option C. Respectfully, thank you for your time.
Arthur Woodard.
Until I saw. I was here last time, and we were getting zapped so often. I decided to write something down this time. A lot of people left with their mouth wide open because their time ran out. And I probably talked too long regarding that. My name is Arthur Woodard, and I live at 505 Lincoln Road in Tarboro. And I represent Ward 1 on the Tarboro Town Council.
Thank you.
Once again, I want to urge the board to vote for option C. Tonight, I want to try to allay some of the concerns that some board members might have about voting for option C. I know that option C has a 72% black majority in District 5, which could be a challenge for anyone who is trying to maintain that seat. However, I want to say that just because a ward is majority black does not mean that a black candidate has an electoral advantage over white people. For example, in my ward, residents in Local Estates, Pinehurst Home, Sherwood Avenue Apartments, and Northgate Apartments, all of which are populated by minorities and who have low income, do not generally vote in local elections. In fact, in the last two elections, I have probably got no more than 5 votes from those areas selected. Also, 65% of the registered voters in Ward 4 are black. Yet it is represented by Councilmember C.B. Brown, who happens to be white. Councilman Brown has won unopposed in the last 2 elections, and he represents the board there. Option C also extends District 5 into the development community, which may be of concern to someone who lives in Colorado, simply because most of us in Rocky Mount and Colorado tend to have this mindset that there are two Edgecombe counties, one in Rocky Mount and its surrounding areas, and one in Colorado and its surrounding areas. Unfortunately, that is the way we tend to think. Option C is the only option that gives us an opportunity to change this mindset. We are all part of one county. So let's take this opportunity to bridge that gap. Finally, I urge the board to vote for option C because it has received overwhelming support from the Edgecombe Council community. Thank you.
Brianna Bates or Baker? I'm not sure. Baker. Good evening, y'all.
My name is Brianna Storm Baker. I live in 205 Louise Street in Canita. And as of me coming onto this podium, I'm not affiliated with any media outlet or group. It's just me, a humble candidate running for the commissioner of Canita, coming up to fight for the people of Canita. I have some documents with this folder that gives some specifics about why option C would work best for Canita. I'm going to leave them here so that everybody can take a look at them. And I hope that it proves to be some sort of use. But I wanted to turn my attention to another document that I included here. I wrote another memo talking about how our districts are moving to, like how the redistricting would impact student representation. Now, it is my belief that the Board of Education should first and foremost serve students. That's what we're all here for, right? We're all here for our youth, our children. We're fighting for them. We're fighting for their futures. And so a math option that doesn't represent our communities of interest would not only dilute voting power, but it would also dilute the Board of Education's power to advocate for our students. Because our students within the various communities in Edgecombe County, they go through, they go through food insecurity, housing insecurity, healthcare insecurity. I can name quite a few. But our communities are impacted in different ways by those. A board that doesn't come from, communities, because there's a map that doesn't represent those communities of interest, Edgecombe County Public Schools won't be able to fight as hard to make sure that those students are represented. We need a map that reflects the communities that our students come from so that our board can do their part in order to represent our students. And I'm a better writer than I am a speaker, so that's another reason why I brought the documentation. But just being a public candidate, just coming here, representing Canita, I want us to think about how this is going to impact our students in the long term. This isn't something that just affects us, it's going to affect our children. So, thank you very much.
Robert E. Cordell.
Good evening, everybody. This is the DCN SMOKE coming to you live on this afternoon or this evening. coming to you briefly with some important information. Haven't been on in a while, but I'm here now. This is Wednesday, July 2nd, and I will be talking about politics and more. Edgecombe County Public Schools Redistricting Forum. There were 4 elections, 2025 Municipal and 2026 local and state elections coming up. Eastern North Carolina Civic Group Scholarship Banquet, and a little bit about the DCN Dancy Communications Network. Okay, what you have been looking at, listening to, this is audio only, has been some speakers from the 4th of 4 Edgecombe County Public Schools Redistricting Forum. The first forum was held at North Edgecombe High School. The second forum was held at Tarver High School. The third forum was held at D.S. Johnson and Rocky Mount. And the fourth one was held at Southwest Edgecombe High School. And as the old saying goes, every round gets higher and higher. And that's what happened with the forums. The forum was hosted by Edgecombe County Public Schools. And one of the things I found interesting is neither of the 4 forums was recorded live or recorded at all by the school system, nor was the secretary present to record minutes. So I'm just wondering, what was that all about? It was stated at the first forum at North Edgecombe that the rest of the forums would be recorded. So that's why it's important that the DCN record meetings. You don't never know until you get there whether they will be recording or not. Who's hosting meetings around the county. But I like having my own recording anyway, because I am in control of those. But anyway, I'm going to give you a little information about the redistricting working group, a message from the chair of the group, Angela Bryant, sent out a message to the group today saying, thanks to all of you for your contributions to making this advocacy effort possible across Edgecombe County. Now, I'm adding this part. It's been great seeing us come together across the county. And my response to this email was that we need to continue even after the redistricting. We need to keep this momentum going for other causes as well. When we come together and stand, we are an influence on sharing our opinions. We have no control over how they vote, but it won't be that they didn't hear from us. And we can take that in accordance when election time, if they do not listen to the people. Now, mind you, I understand that one is the elected official, and they should listen to the public, and they also have the final say-so as to how they respond. But if their response don't match up with the totality of what the community input is, say for instance, if it was something that was not in the best interest of the children, then I understand. But I will not understand if they vote a certain type of way when it appears that the community input should have been taken in consideration. Now back to the message from Angela Black. Working group members have attended and given public comment on redistricting at almost every school board meeting since August 2024. Many Edgecombe residents have joined us in attending 4 public hearings, 64 speakers for map option C, and 4 speakers at Southwest Edgecombe for option D. That means that no one was at North Edgecombe, Tarboro, and G.S. Johnson. No one was at those schools to speak in favor of option D2. Over 225 people attended the 4 public hearings, almost all in support of map option C. Now, let me go back. We started out, the school board came to us with options. There were options A, B, C. The working group chose C. Well, board member Dino Ellis didn't like that. And so it appeared that the discussion became around Ann Kent District. So it was requested that they send their lawyers back to come up with another option, which will be option D, based on trying to redistrict the school board like the county commissioner's district, make them the same. And that would be hard to do. But when they came back with option D, that was not good enough. So that's how we came to the conclusion of, they came to the conclusion of option D2. So that's why we have a option C and D2. Because once the board voted, they eliminated A and B, and now put option C and D2 on the table. Well, how D2 made it on the table, C and D2, was because, well, I think it was, option C won out, but option D, how it got added to the options for them to eliminate A and B and D. C and D2 was voted on by the board members to be the options to bring before the citizens of Edgecombe County. Well, the 3 whites, Julia Calhoun, Ann Kent, Dino Ellis, voted for to make sure option D was the option. Because we could have just went with option C, but they made sure that option D, well, they had said they wanted at least 2 options, so I'll give them that. Well, the 3 blacks, Privet, Reverend Privet, Evelyn Johnson, and Lily Worsley voted for option C. Therefore, it was a tie that Evelyn Wilson, board chair, had to break the tie to make sure that option C and D2 was the options. So that's why we have a option D2. Because it was centered around Ann Kent district being redistricted some type of way. And if you had the time to really get down into it, or listen to the video, look at the videos of the meetings to see how we came to this conclusion, and what the main focus was. We can talk about keeping precincts whole, communities whole, to the best that we can, because it's no way that you can keep all the precincts whole in some districts and all communities together. But option C, in our opinion, is the best option. So you had all these folk at all these meetings supporting option C. Well, on Tuesday at Southwest, you had 4 white females to come and speak in favor of option D2, saying it was about equity, and it was not true what the other folk were saying about option C. Well, again, as I stated, it was focused around Ann Kent's district. And that's why we are where we are today when it comes to these options. So is it really about the children, or is it about board members keeping their seat? Now, as it stands right now, I am in Reverend Raymond Privett's district, and I would love to stay there. But it ain't about me, and it ain't about him. It's about redrawing the district for the best interest of the children. In option C and D2, I will be in Dino Ellis district. It will be no doubt whether it be option C or D2. I will no longer be in Reverend Privett's district. Now, I am pleased with my district at the moment, but as I said, I cannot overlook that it's not about me and not about keeping my current board member. So I would have to try to go with the best option that I see for me to be able to accept. So that's where we are with the redistricting group. Only 4 folk came out to support option D2. And I could tell that they basically all said the same thing. So I'm quite sure that someone got with them to tell them what to say, because I heard that before in the other meetings, the meetings at the central office, when they was talking about when they presented the maps to us before we went out to the 4 forums. Right now, as it stands, it's been a whole school year, and the citizens of Rocky Mount in the city limits had no board representation that they were able to vote for the past school year. So that's what's going on with the redistricting, so that there will be a the citizens of Rocky Mount in the city limits will be able to vote for a school board member that represents their district. But it don't stop here, y'all. The forums are over. However, the school board meetings continue. School board meeting will be this month, the second Monday, 6:30. You need to come to the school board meeting. If you didn't make it to the end of the forums or any meetings before this week, you need to go to the school board meetings and voice your opinion about these maps. And you got what about what is the second Monday, and so therefore you let's see what that date is. Let me see what that date is. The second Monday will be July 14th. So you got almost 2 weeks to get yourself abreast of these maps, talking to someone about the maps. You want to join the redistricting group to sit in on our calls to see and hear more. The videos, all 4 that I done, is on YouTube and on my Facebook page. However, more accessible and easier to get to. All you gotta do is go to my YouTube page, and all you gotta do is Google Camillus Dancy, and you'll see all my social media pages. Just click on the one that says YouTube and go over and watch the videos. This is for anyone, whether you support option C or option D. But know what you're talking about, so you can be abreast and not just getting up there talking about something. And let's not sugarcoat it. Let's make it what it is, and make sure the facts get out there. Next week, I'm gonna try to get Angela Brad to come on and give a small, have a small discussion about how this all came about. Before the redistricting, the children coming to Edgecombe County, back from the Nash County Public Schools. Some call it demerger. I don't like that word, demerger, but I guess that's what you can call it. All I know is around 1,700 children that was in the in the Nash County school system is now in Edgecombe County school system, and that was a fight. Our group were following it, making sure that the transition went smooth, asking questions about the buildings, the staff, anything you could name was dealing with the transition of the children coming back. And I don't want to say coming back because these children have never been in Edgecombe County schools. So this was done back years ago. So it ain't that they're coming back; it's that they are transitioning from Nash County into the Edgecombe County school system. So again, like I said, I'm trying to get Angela Bryant, chair of the redistricting group, to come on next week, and we have a small conversation about how it all began and where we are at now. So, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, and I can put you in touch with Angela Bryant, and if you have any questions. But like I say, the videos are there, and you can go watch them on my YouTube page. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to elections 2025. You have municipal elections coming up. Rocky Mount is in October, I believe, and the others are in November. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it normally is. I was trying to get on the Edgecombe County Board of Elections website a few minutes ago, but I couldn't get up there. So let me go back and see, because I think the filing period begins July 7th to July 17th. I was trying to pull up the web page, but I won't get anything. Let me try it again while I'm here, so I can get that. Still not getting anything, so I'll talk about that later. Okay, you have municipal elections coming up. You have Tarboro, you had an appointment on the Tarboro City Council this month, well, last month, and some thought that was not done properly as far as being educated on how the process took place. It was questionable, and so now the election is coming up, so we're gonna see how folk move forward. So follow that. 2026, you got local and statewide elections coming up. But I think that filing period will be next year, beginning of I forgot when the filing period is. I got to get all this off the website. I like to get it off the website. But the filing period might be around November or sometime. Again, the elections will be next year. And that's when the school board will be, we have a chance to vote for the school board members, along with just local county commissioners and others, and statewide candidates, congressmen, and all that. And while I'm talking about congressmen, I get so damn sick and tired of watching, open up my Facebook and I see Santa Claus Robertson trying to get to, and I was looking at a post about a crash from a thunderstorm in Falcon. I'm gonna go back and read that. But I am so sick of seeing these posts about Santa Claus Robertson for Congress. I don't understand how all he's talking about is Congressman Doug Davis. I thought when you run a campaign on issues about what you gonna do. And I get so damn sick and tired of seeing these little shots at Congressman Doug Davis. The latest one I saw pull up a few minutes ago, while Congressman Doug Davis defends failed policies, I'll defend the American dream. Well, Santa Claus, what the hell is the American dream? Talk to me. You say NCO1 deserves leadership that's present, prepared, and proven. That's who you are. But what the hell have you done? You are mayor of Rocky Mountain. You got some black folk that kiss up to you. So is that why you think you are going to be the next congressman and the next congressman of the first congressional district? You talked about all you've been doing is talking about Doug Davis, but I have not seen what you're going to do. He said, while Congressman Doug Davis pushes left-wing talking points, our roads, schools, and the economy fall behind. It's time to elect someone who puts NCO1 first every single day. Well, I be damned. He's blaming Congressman Davis for the roads, the schools, and the economy. When you got damn Republicans that's running the state And that's why we don't have a budget right now. They go in recess with no damn budget, and then the same stands for on the national level with the foolishness up in Washington. Now I do see one now going down this page. Senator Claus said he's running for Congress in North Carolina 1st District as mayor of Rocky Mount and a lifelong business leader. I've taken on tough issues and delivered real results, but we don't get that from the far left in Washington. So what has he taken on, and what results? I've been following the Rocky Mount City Council long before any of the damn board members that's up there now, any of the council members, any has been up there. I've been going to the council meetings date back to the 90s, and none of these council members were there. The lawyer that retired last year, he and I was the two that attended the meetings longer than any other council members. So I'm just trying to figure out what the hell this guy had done. All I know, he was up there pushing when the whites used to come down to the meetings, every meeting, but they stopped. They have stopped coming, but he used to come down attacking the majority black council. And he was pushing their agenda. All I can think about is when he asked for Andre Knight to step down, but he has not asked for any of the other clowns that doing foolishness to step down, because the goal was to get on the council anyway, to shut down Andre Knight and Ruben Blackwell. That's been the goal. Even some of the last two Negroes that came on, that's part of their agenda too, because they are in hands with the Republicans. And I ain't talking about them at what I heard. I'm talking about what I know. I'm not talking about what I heard. Well, what I heard too, but what I know. So let me set that record straight. I just don't understand how folk are sitting back not asking. If I was lived in a city that was Rocky Mount, I'll be asking for Santa Claus Robertson to resign as mayor. Oh no, he wouldn't have to, but I would be calling for it. Anybody that's pushing 4734 agenda and supposedly represent the entire city, when it is clear 4734 don't give a damn about black folk, poor folk, and the majority of the white folk that's in denial. So I would be asking for his resignation, because if he's got that mentality, talking about taking it to DC, then we don't need that mentality here on the local level. But while y'all are focusing on the wrong thing, this is what's going on. And that's why 4734 is doing what he's doing, because folks were focusing on the wrong thing. But what the saying is, you're going to learn today. 4734 is showing y'all exactly who he is and what he stands for, and have created a bunch of monsters around him. I don't fault him for what he's doing. It's the folk that put him there. So can't get totally mad with him. Hell, he said what he was going to do, and he's doing just what he said he was going to do. So it is what it is. I'm just sitting back waiting to see how long. They focus on drama, stuff that ain't important, and allowing folk that making decisions on their livelihood to get away with, I'm gonna say murder. So that's what they're doing. They're killing folk, taking their health care, and all that kind of stuff, cutting Medicaid and all the things they want to do. And how we are uniting on this school board redistricting issue. That's why I say we need to keep the momentum going so that we can challenge folk who are making decisions on our livelihood, be it school board, county commissioners, city council, whatever. Now, I don't live in Rocky Mount. Been working on that for 38 years. Been going to meetings longer than that. Black Workers for Justice, life fully paid member of the Rocky Mount branch NAACP. Been to community meetings. Got family, friends, enemies. Been a voice over there for years. Served on the Rocky Mount, Need Incorporated, which is now, I was the vice chair, and now it is called New. Served on the Rocky Mount Human Relations Commission through the NAACP, and because can't think of what the white guy named, they complained about me being on the Human Relations Commission. Served on about 2 years through the NAACP. They had an issue because I didn't live in Rocky Mount, and once they looked at the record, looked at it rightfully so. I didn't live in Rocky Mount, but I served as the vice president at that time of the NAACP, and so that should not have been a factor. But the factor was because I am not a solid Negro. And when I got on the Human Relations Commission, see, I made them, I challenged them. Even the Human Relations Commission, they didn't want to be challenged. So, but see, the thing about it is, I was recording the meetings then. Nobody recorded their meetings. I was recording them then, and I am still recording them now. I have not missed a beat. Only time is when I couldn't be there. But other than that, I still continue to attend the Rocky Mountain Human Relations Commission meeting monthly, faithfully, unless I just can't be there, and record them. Otherwise, nobody would be able to see what goes on at those meetings. And at the end of the meeting, when they have comments, I voice my concerns. Tell people all the time, when you get off a board or council, that's when you become the strongest, because you're not limited and beholden to that seat. You come forward as a citizen. So therefore, that's why I have a problem with these folk that retired and do not get involved and speak up. Folk that working, they feel some type of way because they feel like they can be retaliated against on their jobs and stuff like that, come for their children. But retired folk, I just don't get it, especially when it comes to the school system. I do like one of the speakers last Tuesday night that spoke at the school redistricting forum, when she stood up and said she was employed by Edgecombe County Schools. Of course, she was a white female. But our folk, we don't stand up. And I've been fighting these same fights since the 90s. And sometimes I want to quit, but I can't. All I can do is educate the people through my videos, through my comments. I have no control of how people receive them, but they can't say they didn't know, because it is recorded and documented. like I said earlier, if I was not videoing the meetings, all 4 of the redistricting forums hosted by the school board, they didn't record them. They didn't have a secretary taking notes. So it was the DCN that has it documented. And that's why we got to do what we do. Edgecombe County will be hosting the Eastern North Carolina Civic Group Scholarship Banquet. I am a member of the Eastern North Carolina Civic Group, the region director. The Civic Group is consisted of 23 counties, and from Rocky Mount back to the coast. And this is probably the oldest civil rights group, civic group in North Carolina. I've been going to the meeting since the 80s. And Edgecombe County, how you become a member is each county, you can be an individual member and pay $25, or the county can be a member by paying $100. And I've been doing that for the last couple of years, since we start back meeting in person after the pandemic. What we were doing before the pandemic, going around to different counties and have a meeting, and we are ready to start back doing that. We've been meeting in Wilmston now at the Providence Omni Structure, old high school that a young black male purchased, and fixing it up and doing some great things, running his business out of it. We meet there every second Saturday at 11 o'clock in Wilmston. But we're not going to meet, well, yeah, we're going to meet this month, second Saturday in July, and we're going to move the meeting to Roper, North Carolina. But, again, the civic group, like I say, I've been paying the $100. Viola Harris, been paying $25. Deborah Jordan paid $25. Roy Gray paid $25 2 years ago. This year, Wiley Heyman gave me a $25 donation. So, therefore, I paid $50 this time. And thanks to Viola and Wiley for the other $25. Roy Gray is our chaplain who has a church in Winston. We have very informative meetings on second Saturday. We have guests coming in. Our very own Angela Bryant, chair of the Redistricting Committee. She was director of the Health and Human Resources out of Governor Cooper campaign. Under Governor Roy Cooper until she retired. She used to call in every Saturday, give us an update about the pandemic, and then after the pandemic, give us updates on whatever else that was a concern that the people needed to know. Now her the person that has the position now comes and give us information on what's going on in the Department of Health and Human Services. So we have all kinds of great speakers every month. You tune in, you'll be glad that you did. Like I said, Edgecombe County is a member. So if you would like to get involved, reach out to me. I'll see you the link so you can sign up for the meetings every second Saturday. And I also, they're by Zoom, but I also video the meetings, live stream through my, I create a page for the Eastern Civic Group for now until we get our main page. again, like I say, you'll be glad that you tuned in. Over the years, we call candidates in, statewide candidates in, interview them, and we choose the candidate that we think would best represent us in the in the first congressional district. It says 23 counties. I'm about to get caught up. But it's the first congressional district, but it's 23 counties. And also, just because you're not part of the 23 counties, Pitt County was drawn out the last time, but you can still be a member. You don't have to be in the first congressional district. But I am very excited about what we're doing. We're doing things that other groups are not doing, and we reach out to elected officials about bills, let them know where we stand, how we feel about how they represent us. We have someone to give us updates on the bills that are on the floor. We have someone to give us information on them as they are being discussed and to be voted on. Our executive committee, we meet every Wednesday night. I've always said over the years that you cannot meet month to month. It is a weekly thing. We meet every Wednesday night to discuss what's going on and how we can hold these elected officials accountable. We are having our first scholarship banquet here in Edgecombe County on August the 9th. And the speaker will be Supreme Court Justice Anita Earls. Tickets are $40. You can get an ad for the ad book. You can give donations. Will be a catered meal. We have 8 students that will be receiving a $500 scholarship. I took applications to the high schools here in Edgecombe County, delivered them personally, but I do think I forgot to go to the prep schools, so my apology. But I took it to North Edgecombe, Tarboro High, Southwest, the early college, and dropped off the information myself, hand delivered. Only one student from Edgecombe County filled out the application, and we made sure that student would receive the $500. We have 8. They will be recognized on August the 9th at Edgecombe Community College. And I am asking that you buy a ticket, $40, or give a donation, buy an ad. I have secured the building, help secure the caterer, doing lots of things on top of what I got going on a personal note. And it's been tough because we kind of got started late, and we some of the members had death in the family and different things going on, and so we are finally finalizing everything, and we have received some donations, people donating time, money, and all kinds of stuff. This is about the children, and make sure we want to grow even more. It's make up of 23 counties, but only about 9 to 10 counties are actively engaged. Like I said, we just getting started back up good from the pandemic. And so we still represent all those counties, and so we are doing the best we can with the few active folks. So, like I say, Edgecombe County, you're already a member. So if you want to get involved, all you gotta do is contact me. So you can. I'm challenging you to get involved. This group is doing things different. So please get involved and help make a difference. We are going to hold the elected officials accountable for their actions. We have challenged candidates, congressmen, House representatives, local candidates on issues that they represented, and we have even had them to change their mind on how they would support or vote on some things. So that's what this group is all about. And some of them are fairly new because the others were elderly. Fred Yates was mayor of Gates County. He's ill, has been ill for years, in and out of the hospital. James Sears passed the end of last year. So those guys going on, and we are trying to carry the group on. So we are trying to continue the legacy of what those guys put before us. Again, reach out to me about the scholarship banquet. I have one female from Tarboro High, Nigeria Hyman, will receive a $500 scholarship at the banquet on August the 9th at Edgecombe Community College. Looking forward to it. I'm going to come back later and talk about the banquet and get the president or someone from the Civic group to come on and talk about the upcoming banquet. As I stated, next week I plan on having Angela Bryant to talk about the school redistricting. But very excited about the banquet coming up. I'm waiting to get the information. I know her accomplishments, but like I said, I like to read from the information. Everybody was excited about her accomplishments, and we look forward to giving her the $500 scholarship on August the 9th. Now, as I wind down, I want to talk a little bit about Dancy Communication Network, how it came about. Years ago, when I first got actively engaged, the older powers that be talked about we needed our own black media. And that's all they talked about. They never did it. So I started doing flyers. I started out with typewriter, with a word processor. And then when the internet came alive, started doing it on the internet. Now we are where we are today. So I have been trying to do what I do, and out of pocket all these years, investing in equipment, iPads, video cameras, laptops, gas, going back and forth. Like I said, this meeting is every second Saturday in Wilmston at 11 o'clock in the morning. Dedicated to, sometimes I'm dedicated to video for my church, film, was videoing for the school, Southwest. I don't know how I'm going to do that next year. I'm kind of changing the way I do things. That's going to be determined. Been videoing the supported children in Edgecombe County over the years. Yes, like I said at the meeting the other night, they did offer to try to pay me at one time, and I turned it down because that was my way of giving back to Edgecombe County Schools, Southwest, class of 1981. And so therefore, sometime I would put out seeking donations for what I do. Do you imagine how many miles I put on my car with football season, basketball season, going to games, and stuff, and it's just unbelievable. But you know, and then when something goes on with my vehicles, like today, my lawnmower, if I was getting some type of donation or something from all that I do to give back to the community, then it wouldn't cost me so much going to my resources, and would have resources on hand. But anyway, all good. So that's a little bit about the DCN, why I do what I do. Because, like I said, if I was not videoing the school redistricting meetings, all four, then it would not have been documented. So there you have it, the DCN, Dance Communication Network, out here trying to make a difference in the community life. Fully paid member of the Rocky Mount Branch NAACP, Regional Director for the Eastern North Carolina Civic Group, Precinct Chair in the Democratic Party. But I am about making things happen. I ain't got time for a whole lot of foolishness. I am eliminating foolishness. I will hold folk accountable that's making decisions on my livelihood. I don't care if it's family, friends, or whomever. I will not be silent on issues and people that matter. I am going to do what I do. If you don't want me to call you out, then do what's right. Because I don't care about you getting mad with me. That's right. You're making decisions on my livelihood and folk that allow me to speak for them, then that's a problem. See, because I ain't scared to say what needs to be said. Because I can either work with you, against you, or be neutral to a certain degree. As long as we got an understanding on you're not going to try to do anything to hurt my livelihood and others. But I will. That's why I did not seek the chair of the Edgecombe County Democratic Party simply because I refuse to be, so I don't like titles. I would not hold a title that will be able to limit me from what I can say and do and who I can support. Because I'm going to support who I want to support, so I'm not going to get in a position to cause confusion. So that's why I did not seek the chair position of the Edgecombe County Democratic Party as many wanted me to take it on 2 years ago. I can't do it. Because I'm going to support the candidate of my choice and support them wholeheartedly and speak out on candidates that I support that's doing things. Now, don't get it twisted. I support them and I challenge them when they do good or bad. So don't get that twisted. Well, I think I've probably been on a little bit over an hour. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Yeah, right at an hour. So I'm ready to wind it down. I'll be back soon. My schedule been some kind of crazy, but we're winding down this scholarship banquet. We're putting a lot of time in it and a lot of time in the redistricting, which the fourth forum was held this week. So that's behind me. So kind of got a little break here now where I can focus on my personal stuff, taking care of my dad, and all that good stuff. So thank you for tuning in to the DCN SMOKE Dancy Communication Network. I have received a lot of requests for my main page, Condos Dancy, and it's been maxed out for years. Every now and then somebody will drop out, or you gotta go in and see where somebody may have deactivated their page, or someone has transitioned on and no longer in this world. Go in and delete them so to make space on my main page. So if you follow me on Condos Dancy page, but go to, just Google my name and you'll see some other pages and my YouTube page. Join the Civic group page. I got different pages. So when I try to post the same stuff on all of them so that you won't miss out. But again, thank you all for tuning in. This has been the DCN SMOKE. Y'all have a good evening.